Am I in the wrong for kicking out my brother and his pregnant girlfriend after their disrespectful comments at our family dinner? I'm 28F, and this situation has been brewing for a while. My brother, 24M, has always been the golden child in our Asian family, especially after our father passed away right before his high school graduation. Our mother decided my sister and I should pay for his college tuition, which we did, using the inheritance left for all three of us. But here's the thing, I'm not rich. I work long hours as a resident at a hospital, and while my income is above average, I'm not exactly rolling in cash. I'm married to a wonderful man, 28M, who has been through a lot. After a severe accident that left him with significant motor skill loss, he went through depression, but has now found joy in cooking and baking. We've even revamped our kitchen for his new passion. He wants to start a bakery, and I'm fully supportive of this dream. His enthusiasm has brought light back into his life after a long period of darkness, and seeing him happy makes me happy. My brother, however, has had a rocky path. After failing his business and spending nearly all our inheritance, he's jobless and now expecting a child with his girlfriend. My mother, still favoring him, asked me to let them stay with us until he found employment in our city. She assumed it would be easier for him to get a job here. My husband, ever so kind, agreed to remodel one of his properties for them. But until then, they could stay in our guest room, rent-free. They moved in around Christmas, and it quickly became evident they had no intention of contributing. They barely cleaned up after themselves, raided our pantry without restocking, and left the second floor a mess. It was frustrating to see my husband, with his cane, limping around to do chores they should have been helping with, especially when they were living in our home without paying a dime. I confronted them gently about helping out more, suggesting they could at least wash the dishes they used or help with the trash. They improved slightly, but still left much to be desired. The breaking point came during Chinese New Year when my family visited. My husband prepared an amazing meal, and I cleaned the house. That's when my brother decided it was the perfect moment to insult my husband, suggesting he should get a real job since he could walk now, and mocked his baking as a weird hobby for someone his size. His girlfriend joined in, belittling my husband for being more feminine than her because he managed the household and cooked. I was furious. I took their plates, told them to pack up and leave immediately, and gave them my car keys to get out of my sight. My mother tried to mediate, saying they meant no harm, but I was having none of it. My brother tried to backtrack, saying it was only once or twice, but the damage was done. My sister, the only one who agreed with my decision, took them to a motel. Update. The next day, we read through the responses to my initial post together. My husband was touched by the support, and I was relieved to see so many people felt I was justified. Here are some clarifications. My car. My sister took them to the motel. The car is back safely in our garage. She even filled up the gas, which was a small but appreciated gesture. Why let him stay? I've never been close to my family, and I was blindsided by his behavior. I thought letting him stay was the lesser evil compared to funding his wedding, which my mother had initially asked for. I've always tried to keep some distance due to the dynamics at home, attending boarding school, and working during breaks to avoid family drama. Tuition and inheritance. I didn't directly pay his tuition. I agreed to use my share of the inheritance for it to avoid further demands from my mother. I never considered that money mine, so I saw it more as redirecting a resource than giving something away. However, this decision has taught me to be more cautious with family expectations. My husband's response. He did stand up for himself when I wasn't around, though in a humorous manner. He was offended that I thought he hadn't responded to their insults at all. He once told them off in a way that was both scathing and funny, which might explain why my brother felt the need to make those comments during dinner. I blocked my brother and mother, and my husband agrees it's for the best. We've decided to move forward with the renovation, but for someone else who deserves it. My husband reassured me that he's not thinking of leaving me over this. He reminded me of my commitment to him in his darkest times. He said if I stayed by him when he could do nothing but blink, why would he leave now when we're stronger together? We've had deep conversations about this experience, discussing each other's perspectives and reaffirming our commitment. I've taken sick leave to recover from the emotional turmoil, my eyes swollen from tears of frustration and relief. I'm proud of standing up for us and learning from this ordeal. It's okay to set boundaries, even if it takes time to get there. Navigating family dynamics can be tough, but it's through these challenges that we grow and strengthen our resolve. This experience has been a reminder of the importance of protecting our peace and the love we share. Here's to less drama and more peace in the future for everyone. And for those in similar situations, remember that standing up for yourself and your partner is a sign of strength, not weakness. You're not alone, and your actions now will add to your value as a person. Keep your chin up and hang in there.